Hello, Hola, Konnichiwa, Salaam, Ciao Namaste. Peace to all. This is Soulology, the science of the soul. And we start with the next series of the mind. Your mind plays an important part as well as the body. Because what your mind can do is allow you to test how your body works and functions in pushing it to its limit. It allows you to do things that you feel your body can't do, but you are capable of. We've all heard stories of, for example, mothers whose children's are who their child is in danger or their children are in danger. For example, I remember reading an article about a woman who had a child stuck under her car. Her baby was stuck under the car, and she lifted the car up to grab the baby out. Our own combination of both emotions and our mind and our body work as one to do things that we believe are incapable or impossible better yet of doing. What we do with the mind is we listen to others around us and believe and what others say, instead of taking the simple time of looking the information up for herself. This information is vitally important in growing yourself and figuring out the way the world works for you personally. But most of us are primed by what other people state to us is possibly healthy, what other people state to us is good or bad, what other people state to us is what we would say is the entire truth, but there is no entire truth. There is only your truth. And simply by solving that is by researching things for yourself, doing your own research. Taking the time to just simply figure things out around the world for you that works for you. And my own experience, when I was younger, I believed everything that everyone said to me until I didn't. It took time, but what I had to realize was I had to understand truly what was going on around me. And by taking the time to read and understand things, no matter what a person might say, it allowed me to think and just simply think. Not copy, not follow, but actually think about what was going on. Question everything. And what I would say to most people is, mentally, you must think of these things and question everything that goes on in the planet. No matter what anyone says in the news channel, no matter if your teacher states it, no matter who it is. In school, they would teach us about history, but yet, for a lot of us, including myself, it seemed odd because none of that was exactly true. Or news stories. Or new story. How they will tell you something to use distractions, yet there are bigger things at hand that we could work on. It's okay if you talk about celebrities and everything, but that shouldn't be the biggest following of what grows you personally. As well, another thing we would have to look into mentally is the simple fact of our fake feelings. Our feelings we think about. Many of us think ourselves to death of situations that happen in this world. A perfect example would be with an incident that did happen, I believe, about a year ago with a man whose last name was Castillo. When I observed this, and of course the man gave his statement that he feared simply that because the guy smoked and because of how he looked and having a child in the back, that why would he care about someone like me? We judge people too soon and think nothing of it. We are an entire species of people who do not take the time to actually observe situations that happen. It is vitally important for you to observe mentally what's going on in this world and how to work it instead of harming someone. We use our mental mentality to judge people instead of actually look at something and state what so is so, as seen by us. But we immediately make a judgment because of how a person looks, how they dress, possibly how they act, but we don't really know them. Does that really give us the right to judge them? Personally, I don't think so. Our fake emotions tell us to be afraid. And what this man had stated was that he panicked. And panic, as I've discussed before, and I'll even put it in the description below, is a fake emotion of who you truly are. To surpass this, which is your own fear, you must be willing to actually engage with this fear and accept it. We misunderstand things on this planet believing that they are true in our own minds. We use our fake emotions to think ourselves to death, literally. When I was younger, I had to sometimes perform. I sing a little, I rap a little, I do speeches, and I got nervous thinking people would laugh at me. People would think I wasn't good enough or anything. I thought all this in my head, and yet none of that happened. I didn't observe the simple fact that what's so is so. So I couldn't exactly say that this is actually going to happen. No matter what happens, truly listen to your feelings, not your thoughts about your feelings. These are your fake emotions, but really what you feel inside. It's a gut feeling that allows you to know that if you should do what you need to do or if you should grow what you need to grow. I have had relationships where I thought so much to death about it, I became jealous and upset. And in building a relationship, you have to look and observe things for what they are. And if you desire to build that relationship, and we'll talk even more about that in another video, if you desire to build more in a relationship, you have to be willing to work with that person and compromise and love. And you have to stop judging yourself for who you truly are. Love you for you. When I was younger, I used to think I was so stupid. I wasn't smart enough. I wasn't good enough. Because of the color of my skin, because of the situations I was going through, because of the class I used to be in. But none of that really mattered. And I realized I am a highly advanced being. I am knowledge. I am wisdom. I am greatness. And to everybody out there, I truly desire you to know you are the gods, the goddesses, and the creators within. And we're going to end it right here for the mind. So, to everybody out there, have a good morning. Have a great afternoon. and a fantastic evening. Namaste.